What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel and my Week 7 NFL picks against the spread. Recapping Week 6, I went 5-9 on the week. Not a very good week. Only had actually a couple good weeks this year so far, so we're under 500 this year. But it's pretty hard to pick NFL games against the spread, so will give me some leniency on that, hopefully. But this week, the Thursday night game, if you follow me on Twitter, at MaddenBallerz, you know I picked the Seattle Seahawks plus 7.5 and just barely covered that game. But now I want to go through the rest of the picks for this week's NFL games. And we will start with the Tennessee Titans at the Buffalo Bills. I am taking the Bills minus 3.5 at home. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns at the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Cleveland Browns plus 3.5 on the road because Trent Richardson's going to hopefully play this week. He said he was, and that they're getting a couple receivers back this week, so I think they can beat the Colts this week on the road. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers at the St. Louis Rams. Aaron Rodgers is on a roll. Looks like he had 6 touchdowns last week against Houston, which has a really, really good defense. So I'm going to take the Packers minus 5.5 on the road. The next game up is the Arizona Cardinals at the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm going to take Arizona plus 5.5 on the road. I don't think the Vikings should be favored by more than 3 points at home. They're just not scoring a whole bunch of touchdowns, a lot of field goals. So next game up is the Washington Redskins at the New York Giants. And I'm taking the Redskins plus 6.5 on the road. I think RG3 looked really good last week, so coming off a concussion from the week before, so I think they'll cover that spread. Next we have the New Orleans Saints at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints minus 2.5 on the road. Next game up is the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers, and I'm taking the Cowboys minus 2.5 on the road because the Panthers just look really, really not good this year. Cam Newton doesn't seem a whole lot interested in football, or he's not coming up with ways to help their team. He's just not there with it this year as he was last year. So next game up is the Baltimore Ravens at the Houston Texans. And I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens plus 6.5 in this game. Both these teams are 5-1, and that line may seem a little off to you guys, but it's probably because Baltimore has a few defensive players that are out, and recently Ray Lewis out for the year. So, but I think Baltimore can overcome it with Ray Rice and Joe Flacco and the receiving core there. So I'm taking Baltimore plus 6.5 on the road. Next game up is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Oakland Raiders. Both these teams are 1-4. They're really bad teams, and I'm taking Jacksonville plus 4.5 on the road, only because they have one of the top running backs in the league in Maurice Jones-Drew. So the next game up is a big one for me. I'll be watching is the New York Jets at the New England Patriots, and I'm going to take the New York Jets plus 10.5 this week because these games typically are close games and high-scoring games, so I think the Jets will cover 10.5 points. And then the Sunday night game, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to go ahead and take Cincinnati plus 2.5 at home underdog in this game, actually. So I think they can even win this game outright. They have one of the top receivers in A.J. Green. Andy Dalton's looked really good this year. So I think they can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers outright even in this game. So, and then we have the Monday night matchup. We have my Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears. And I'm going to go ahead and take Detroit plus 5.5 in this game. And I think, I hope they can win this game outright. It is a road game, so it's going to be a little more tough having a road game in prime time on Monday night. So, but I think they can cover the spread. So, Lions with Calvin Johnson, Matt Stafford going up against the surprising 4-1 Chicago Bears, I think. Even though they added Brandon Marshall over the offseason, I'm kind of surprised how well they've been doing. So, I have the final score of this game as 35-24 Detroit. So, let me know your picks down below in the comments section. And I have one bonus pick here, Michigan versus Michigan State this week in NCAA football tomorrow at 3:30. I'm from Michigan, so I got to pick this game, and I'm a big Michigan fan, so I'm going ahead and pick Michigan. They're favored by 10 points. They're not going to cover that spread, I don't think, but they're going to win the game. So leave a comment down below letting me know who you think is going to win the Michigan State game. Now, if you like these videos and you want to see more, hit that like button. That always helps me out. And if you want to be notified of all my new videos, you can hit the subscribe button up top, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Challenging the defenders to the right side. A takeaway. That interception.